Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. This is Overkill here, and today what I want to bring to you is another Should You Summon style featured video. Just a discussion here. As you guys have probably seen already, this banner is probably already live. It is the TEQ Exclusive banner. Now, really quick, answer is, should you summon? Unless you like to spend a little bit of money on this game, the answer is no. You've got the anniversary in like 2 weeks, but there is some interesting things on the banner that obviously is worth noting and it's worth talking about. So for anybody who's on the fence a little bit, maybe I can convince you either to summon or not summon. Just depends on what type of a player you are with this. Free to play, absolutely don't do it. Don't do it. Save. You got it so close. You almost made it. If you were able to resist the Beerus banner, which if you hadn't had a chance, go back and look at some of my summons on that one. That actually came out pretty good for me, as well as the wife. So with this banner right here, this is very interesting because these 50% support type units are absolutely mind-blowing with their leader skills, their passive skills, even some of their super attack type effects. These are probably two of the ones that have the least beneficial super attack type effects. I would say for Extreme Super Battle Road, which is going to be coming hopefully with the anniversary, they're great. All of them are, but these two in particular are actually really helpful in that event because as you'll see, they both lower attack and defense with their super attack. But if you want to look at this banner here, this is what it looked like on JP. You were able to get an Elder Kai with it, and you were able to get some pretty decent characters out of it. I mean, TEQ is it's pretty decent. The I would say Extreme TEQ is probably the one that hurts the most here, but if anybody knows anything about this game, you've been playing for a minute, you know absolutely why this Tien is absolutely so important for his teams. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to look at this. I'm going to start out by taking a look at Cell because I really feel like Cell's going to be the weaker out of the two, but he does benefit Extreme TEQ a lot. He's definitely nobody to sleep on. So as you can see here in the banner, you got all these characters here. You can get Cell, you can get Tien, but then they threw in Khalifa, who just got her awakening not too long ago. So if you want to take a look at her, she is a monster. Her and Kale on the Japanese version both just got awakenings, and they are absolutely nuts. So if you don't have her, now's a chance that you could get her if you do summon on this banner. But first of all, like I said, let's go take a look at Cell. So Cell right here is able to do this. He gets, of course, the extreme type TEQ key plus 4, HP attack and defense plus 120%, causes supreme damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense. This again, this is a great it's a great super attack effect for Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, because they hit really hard in Extreme Super Battle Road. I don't know if any of you guys play on the Japanese version, but they can absolutely wipe you out in no time whatsoever. But he gives, same with all the other support type units, he gives TEQ type key plus 3, attack and defense plus 50% for extreme type for him. And then, of course, he changes a key sphere of any other type other than TEQ into TEQ spheres to be able to give him a 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. So he works really well with, say, nuking TEQ Cell, that card that's been out for a very long time now. Maybe you guys want to bring him back again. He's great for that. So he fits on a lot of teams. That's what makes Cell pretty good. He's on a ton of them. He's on androids, transformation boost, time travelers, artificial life forms, android Cell Saga, and the TEQ or Target Goku categories. So he's really good. He does give a lot of benefit to a lot of his teams. That's what makes him invaluable. He like the androids. There's not too many TEQ. We'll go ahead and look at the androids ones real quick. So if you're looking at here, you've got not the greatest of extreme TEQ for that. This cell right here, the LR cell, he's going to be a monster. They're going to have great linking sets together. They both have shattering limit, and that cell tends to struggle with key a lot. So what you can do is if you want to run this new extreme TEQ cell, you can run him alongside that LR. You should be able to get the TEQ LR cell's 18 key super attack off without problem. He's going to be a great key battery for him. But then as you go down through here, nothing really worth noting other than the nuking TEQ cell, the one that's been out for a while. He could definitely benefit from this because he does sometimes struggle with key. He's only got shocking speed, which a lot of the characters on Extreme TEQ or just Extreme in general, they kind of lack that. So he can help give him some key to really power him up, get him going. If If you want to take a look, though, that if his next team, Transformation Boost, this is a team that, of course, always seems to get more and more love every time a new banner comes out, anytime a new character comes out, which is why it was such a bad shaft for Global not to have Cooler on the banner, because he's one of the leaders for this category. But you got TEQ Broly, like, that man is a monster in his own right. And if you were able to get his 18 key super off, like, easily, even in his first form, before he's able to transform, that man he's deadly. He's absolutely deadly. Another thing about this tech cell is that he actually does share a lot of links with a lot of these characters, like big bad bosses. And he's got you get big bad bosses off, and you're going to be like multiplying your damage tenfold. It's insane how great of a link that one has been made, and it's aged so well. It was one of those links at the very beginning of the game when it first came out that is like, it's difficult to get off because you didn't have a lot of big bad boss characters, because they didn't really go. They took their time going through Cell, or getting to Cell and Frieza, and then going on into the Boo saga. So at first, that link was really difficult to come by, but now it's one of the main staples for a villains team. Also, if you take a look here, you've got the new exchange Majin Buu, who just came out on JP a couple months ago now, and that's going to be a great linking partner for that, because those types of units, him and also the intelligence Go tanks, they can struggle with key if you don't have the right people around them. But with like characters like the ones they've been releasing with these 50% support characters, they're able to really like power them up and help them out. That 50% attack and defense it's nuts. It's absolutely insane that they were able to give them that much of a support to the rotation. But hey, they're trucking along with these new characters and new cards. They're really trying to make them relevant again. You've also got, of course, all the boos are going to be on this one. You got that Tech Golden Frieza, which he's already a tank, so if you can give him a little extra attack, that's going to be magnificent for him. And then you got the transforming Frieza on there as well. So then if you're going to go ahead and move on to Time Travelers, though, this is another team that's really interesting. So you got the LR Demon King Piccolo. He's not out on Global yet, but he should be coming soon with the anniversary, I believe, as well. So you're going to have him. He struggles with Ki. If you can get this cell with him, he's going to be a monster. And of course, there's that tech cell again, like the LR one. He fits on all the exact same categories. Of course, cell everywhere you go, he's going to be on there. And then you got you got Zamasu and Rose, which is an older unit, has aged pretty decently. He doesn't have any defense, so getting that 50% defense from this second form cell is beneficial to him, because he stacks whenever he gets attacked. And then you got a lot of the same characters again. So you're going to be running a very similar type team, but you can kind of mix it up. If you want to make a villains team, you can bring along a lot of the same tech characters, and this cell is going to be able to support them very nicely. So then if we're going to take a look at artificial life forms, this is probably the team that he shines the best on, because as you see there, again, exactly the same characters. You got Boo, you got the tech cell, and then you got all the Boos and the cells again. But artificial life forms is one of those teams that it's kind of a smaller category. You kind of got a lot of the exact same characters, but Cell's able to benefit most of them, because Cell's able to give him that extra support. He's also be able to make key spheres for everybody. They're really good when it comes to be able to really manipulate things. And then if you want to take a look here at the Android Cell saga, probably his most featured saga, most featured category. It's the exact same people again. The only one you're going to add extra for the extreme tech is going to be the Super Saiyan Vegeta, which isn't a bad choice. He doesn't really struggle too much with Ki, though, but he could definitely use an extra little boost and support there for attack and defense, while you're trying to wait to build up his full passive on him, because you have to be under a certain HP threshold to be able to get the extra attack boost for him when he's getting attacked. So, and last but not least, the Target Goku. So this is going to be obviously an absolute villains team. Again, man, the theme is just so random here, or so consistent with LR Cell and LR Broly. They're on every single team, but they do add Hit with this one. And Hit is one of those characters that if you don't run him on the Universal Survival Saga team, he can struggle with Ki. So it's very important here if you want to take a look at Cell. Cell's obviously, like I said, I want to talk about him first because I feel like he doesn't get as good of a benefit and is able to help people out as much, but he is still very good. He's a solid hitter himself if you take the key orbs with him. you're going to do a lot of damage. He's also going to be able to tank some hits, but he's going to be really good when it comes to extreme super battle road when you do the tech stage. But the real reason you want to use these characters is also going to be because they have a great leader skill that you can take into Battlefield, or you can take into Extreme Super Battle Road if you weren't lucky enough to maybe get the Dokkan Fest exclusives. But it's one of those things that, like I was discussing, you don't want to summon if you don't have it. But now onto the main event here. This man right here. A lot of people have coveted this unit for multiple reasons, but none other than the fact that they were able to make LR Goku and Frieza an absolute monster. So this man has got the exact same kind of setup as Cell. He's just the reverse. He's a super type. So he provides attack and defense for the super tech, but he also lowers attack and defense. Why is that such a big deal? Because as we just discussed, LR Golden Frieza, or LR Goku and Frieza, my apologies, works so much better and can hit like an absolute monster if the enemy's attack is lowered beforehand. He's really your best chance at being able to finish off the punching bag event. It's possible to do it with LR Gohan, but it's a lot easier to do it with LR Goku and Frieza. I am one of those people who has not been able to get Goku and Frieza. My wife, of course, took probably 100 stones. Myself, I probably dumped 800 stones into that banner, never pulled a single copy. And that was back before I liked to spend money on the game. So, this man right here, he fits on a lot of categories. He's on Worthy Rivals, Android Cell Saga, Last Resort, and Earthlings. Now, I don't need to stress much at all about why Last Resort's a big deal, but I do want to talk a little bit about the Earthlings category. So we just got the Earthlings category on Global with the release of the Prime Battle LR Krillin, which if you have not done it, you need to farm up those medals. I know it's a pain. 777 medals is kind of a slow grind and it takes time. It's kind of frustrating, especially when you're only getting like a 5 medal drop. But in the end, LR Krillin is a monster in the World Tournament, and he's the only character that leads the Earthlings category, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to try to get this Tien. Now, if I don't get Tien, I'm going to go ahead and take my coins, and I'll probably buy him straight out because I'll have 300 after one more multi. But this man is pretty amazing on that Earthlings team. He's definitely the second best character on that team, other than the LR Krillin. And then, of course, he also goes with Worthy Rivals, which is Piccolo's team. We'll go ahead and take a look at him real quick. So on this team, there's not a huge abundance of tech team or tech characters. There's one that I would like to point out and notice is you've got the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, who transforms into Majin Vegeta, and then you've also got the blue Vegeta from the Resurrection F movie. Now, both of them can really benefit from this guy because if he creates orbs for them, Vegeta is also transforming orbs on the Super Saiyan Blue version. So if you get all those orbs with Super Saiyan Blue, obviously he does so much more damage with the more green or the tech orbs that you pick up with him. Now, the reason why it's great with Vegeta, before he transforms, he needs only 3. The unfortunate thing with him is when he transforms, he turns into extreme tech, which is why his unit is so kind of wonky. But he still does need key orbs to be able to do the most amount of damage. He needs at least 6. So Tien can still create orbs for him. That's the important thing to note. That even if you do bring that man along on the team, he might lose that boost of 50% when he transforms, but he does get the key orbs still. And he also is getting the 3 key to start off the turn. So you're not going to be struggling to get key with him. And he's going to be able to do the max amount of damage when he is in his Majin Vegeta form. Another good thing to note about him, though, is that you could bring him over there with extreme tech so that you can get the benefit from the cell as well. When he transforms, he'll be able to get all that, and he still gets the 50% boost. So you have a lot of wiggle room here. You can use a lot of different kind of team setups. But I wish they would have left that Majin Vegeta. I wish they would have just made him straight at extreme, as opposed to maybe starting out super and then going extreme. It's just it's weird. It kind of ruins a lot of team builds. You can't really use a certain type. You kind of have to use a certain category to be able to make them beneficial. You also got Beerus on here who struggles with Ki. If you don't have him matched up with another shocking speed unit or a god character, he can struggle with Ki a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it on this one. So Worthy Rivals is a decent team. I would definitely consider using. If I get this guy, I'll probably test him out on a few different kind of characters. Here's that Vegeta like I was talking about. So raise attack and defense stacking permanently. If you guys don't know anything about this unit, he's pretty crazy. Attack and defense plus 20% per key spear obtained, and he gets an extra 10% if it's a tech. So if you match this man with that Tien, and Tien creates a ton of orbs, this guy actually creates his own orbs as well. You could essentially transform almost the entire map, making this man hit for an absolute ungodly amount of damage every time he attacks. Plus, he's stacking as he goes. So that one, I'm going to test this one out for sure if I'm able to get this TM, because it's gonna be interesting to see how much more he affects. And he doesn't even have to be on the same rotation. He can literally be the floater on the back end just to test him out, so you can still link him to make sure to get a bunch of links, because they don't really share any links. That's the only unfortunate part about this combo, is they're not going to share anything. But just that key, being able to get those extra key spheres, that's going to be making him even stronger than he already is. So then we're going to take a look here. The same thing with the Android Cell Saga team. Tech is a little bit lacking. You've really only got a couple of characters here. I wouldn't recommend bringing Tien along for just this ride unless you just don't have any super Android Saga characters. But you have plenty to look at here. So you got plenty of units that you can use. So it's not really that big of a deal. You're going to have some kind of form for them. So we're not going to spend much time on that. Now, here is why this is absolutely crazy for Tien. The last resort category, which we're going to be getting in a couple of weeks, has probably either one or two the strongest character or second strongest character in the entire game once they hit their max, which is LR Blue Vegito. Them putting Tien on this category made this absolutely insane. So if you have LR Blue Vegito, if you're lucky enough to pull him in a couple of weeks, you want to pair him, or not even pair, just float Tien. Put Tien on the third slot. After Blue Vegito transforms into Blue Vegito and you're able to build up some of his attack, even on some kind of a longer event, that extra 50% attack and defense is going to make a wonder change to this Vegito. He's literally going to be insane. Another character that you can look at is going to be LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who has Over and Flash, Shattering the Limit, Experienced Fighters. He's got all those links with this Tien, and Tien's creating orbs for him. Plus, he's given an extra 50% attack and defense. That is insane. So those two link great together. I'm interested because they didn't put LR Goku and Frieza on this. That one's like, if there was ever a last resort, that was literally their last grasp chance to get rid of Jiren. So I figured that would probably be on here, but they didn't include them for whatever reason. You've also got Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku with a weird name, but of course those two are probably going to he's probably going to pair up better with, of course, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But just having that Vegito on here, and then also having, I would say, LR Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku, those two alone are able to make this guy, they're able to shine a heck of a lot more with just having that Tien's presence around. So, and of course, the reason for why this is such a big deal, and this is why everybody loves Tien so much, is this character right here, being able to get Goku and Frieza. If you run him on just a tech team, you're able to get that massive boost for him with that attack plus 77% when it's in the attack down status. So this is why everybody's going to run him. They also share a ton of the same links. Over and Flash, Experienced Fighter, Rival Duo. It's insane how much damage this Goku and Frieza is able to put up if you have Tien alongside of him. So if you get a chance, if you can afford it, to spend some stones on this banner, absolutely do so. In the worst case scenario, at least you're slowly starting to build up those blue coins, so once you finally have a chance, you get 300 of them, then you can be able to summon on this. It's also worth noting that those blue coins don't come just from these tech banners, but they also like to come with those Dragon Ball Heroes banners that like to pop up once or twice a year. And everyone summons, I know a lot of people who throw at least some stones at those because they have some rare characters that you can't get except for very, very occasionally. So they will have a chance to build up their coins over time. It's going to take a minute, but if you can get it, then you're going to be lucky. Another thing to note is that not only is this Tien helping this character out, but this LR Goku and Frieza, who is an older unit now, it's about 2 years old. They have aged a little bit, but they're still aging well. they're going to be on the banner. So if you are lucky enough to be able to get LR Goku and Frieza, you already have the hardest fought in battle there. So I definitely recommend that if you can do it, do it. But obviously, if you're free to play, like I said before, you've got the anniversary coming. Don't do it. Save your stones. You're almost there. The Vegito and Gogeta fusions are so much better for the long-term success in the game than going for these type units. But if you're one of these like more experienced players, more of these people that have played for a while, and you have a lot of the characters and stuff like that, definitely have a chance. Throw some stones at this if you can. You won't regret it unless, of course, you get shafted. But that's for another story. Anyway, guys, that's the video today. So should you summon? No. Should you summon? Maybe so. But if you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. This is Overkill again. I'll catch you guys next time on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Thanks, guys.